Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to Becoming. And I am Vimla Rane, mother of two lovely daughters, wife of a wonderful husband, and Mrs. 2019 Superwoman title winner, a corporate trainer turned relationship coach. And this channel is dedicated to all the singles out there, newly married and engaged couples, to learn the art of mindful marriage. And a recent past, I have been having discussion with very good-hearted people whom I know very well and who can contribute to the topic called mindful marriage. So today I have a very interesting friend of mine, and she is one of the most successful women I know, and her name is Major Namrata. So I'm going to welcome Major Namrata, and we are going to have a discussion on mindful marriage. Please stay till the end to get a lot of golden nuggets on mindful marriage and how to become a soulful life partner. I welcome Major Namrata now. Major Namrata, hi,
Thanks,
welcome. Welcome to
thanks,
the show.
Vimla. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on my show. And before I go to ask some questions to our Major Namrata, let me introduce her to you all. It's a huge, a lot to read. So literally, I'm going to read about her. As I told you, she's a very, very successful woman. So I'm going to read literally. So Major Namrata is an experienced and known thought leader in industry and an executive coach, an influencer and a coach who loves creating values in people and make people leave their thoughts which don't serve them and enable them to dive deep in their innate talents to lead. Namrata has diversified cross industry experience of close to 18 years. She has worked in organizations like Vedanta and Wells Fargo and is presently adding value in Genpact and is an ex army officer. I'm so excited about this title. A HR by heart and by profession, she is an IIM alumni in strategic management and MBA from NIMS. She is qualified Gallup strength-based professional and a certified design thinking professional, a master trainer and facilitator, and a DNI, diversity and inclusion advocate. Major Namrata is a recipient of India Achievers Award 2020-21 for her impactful contributions in coaching. She has authored articles on strength based leadership and digital HR in People Matters and many more. Her articles act as a guiding light to youngsters and corporates. Besides assuming top positions and far ahead in career, Major Namrata, a self driven personality, stimulates women to create a niche for themselves. She is an honorary president of WICCI CSR Council Telangana. That's where we both met. And if you want to contact her, you can find her in Corporate Citizen, May 16 to 31st, 2021 edition as well. She's a guest writer for People Matters, Leaders Hum podcast, Global Leaders podcast as well. So I'm glad to invite Major Namrata. I'm going to call her Major because I have a huge respect for the title. And I welcome you to the show and kindly say something about you.
Thank you so much, Vimla. First of all, pleasure seeing you. And we have been chatting and we have been being in touch for so long. But it's great to be in your show for such a wonderful, I would say, reason for such a great cause. So first of all, immense gratitude, and you're doing a wonderful job, I think, and immense compliments and best wishes to you for this wonderful journey of creating that kind of value for our next generation. And great that you thought of inviting me here.
Yeah, thank you so much. So can I get into
And
the question
I
answer
think
session now?
you're getting so
Your voice is breaking,
sure,
Major.
sure, Vimla.
Your voice
You
is
started.
breaking. Your voice is breaking.
Yes, I think some erratic network because even you are getting frozen, Vimla.
Okay, fine. So my first straight away, let's get into the topic called mindful marriage. So what are your thoughts about mindful marriage?
Yeah, brilliant topic, Vimla, and let's reflect back on this beautiful, institution called marriage. Uh, Let me just take you back from the culture from where we are coming. Okay, our culture is, we are Indians and we belong to very strong culture. Okay, and the culture, with culture we create our mindsets. With mindsets we create our belief system. With belief system we create our values, and with values we create our outlook. And I always say that yatha drishti tatha drishti. I mean, yatha drishti tatha srishti. So the world is how you look at it. Okay. So now, if the contemplation of the culture is not correct, okay, so your outlook will be incorrect. So now, how are you contemplating it? How much knowledge you have for the culture is first and foremost thing. Unfortunately, what I have seen is the glorification has been done as per the whims and fancies and as per the ease and convenience of certain segment of people. Okay, we talk about Sita, we talk about Sati. Okay, we do not talk about Savitri. With how much of strength and determination she took that stand. Okay, and then she got things back from Lord Yama. Okay, so both men and women have been construct of the society right from the beginning. It's just the contemplation and the understanding has been molded in such a way that it has done a damage to the society, to the country, and now we can say to the economy as well. Okay, so I'll just make you deep dive in something. Uh, Again, going back to our culture and to our religion, uh, we are always with we always used to say Shri Shri Radhe, okay, or Shri Durga Sapshati. There was nothing called Srimati. Okay, why it was not there? So it is not coming from from our primitive era, which unfortunately now we hear that that in olden days also women was made for sati, or women was a negative things only. Okay, women has always been an epitome of strength. Okay, she has always been a epitome of love. She has always been an epitome of taking things together. And now, if I've been in now corporate, now when I continue, it is called leader, and that's what we want leaders in our organizations and in our society as well. So when a woman has been doing so many things, so why only glorification of certain people to think, to contemplate, and to reflect back? Now let's talk about men. Men again are equally important construct of the society, having their attitudes and having and taking and progressing in the economy, progressing in the society. Unfortunately, what is happening that women are not changing, women are evolving. Okay, now women are evolving, men requirements are also evolving, but their understanding is not. Okay, that's what I see is the basic damage. And why it is not evolving again? Only and only because of the understandings and belief systems that they have unfortunately got from their people, from their maybe grooming, parenting. And that's how they look definitely for intelligence. They look for some spark in their partner with whom they can talk, with whom they can discuss all the stress that they're going through. They can discuss their financial goals and all those things. But then the moment they see some kind of deflation or conflicts with the belief system as for the expectations of women, the conflict starts. Conflicts within their own mindset starts. Okay, so again, a reflection from primitive era. So you see, earlier right hand used to be seen for women. Okay, and right hand is considered to be the hand of destiny. Okay, Left hand used to be seen for men. Okay, because they were the bread earners, they used to work hard and they used to create the life of their family and all. Now even astrologers have started looking hands of women because they are no more dependent. Okay, they are creating their own destiny. Even if they are getting married, they have their own destiny. They are working, they're earning, they have their own thought process, they're thought leaders. So all these glorifications of empathy, EQ, EI only parked for women. And decision making, evaluating, analyzing, and all these things have been parked for men. Now again, coming back to corporate, we have Mr. Tata as well. And he's the number one compassionate leader. And he's a man. Okay. But then that thing is not glorified. Okay, so that is what is somewhat I feel the damage has been happening uh, because of the lack of understanding, because of not going into the depth of our rich culture, and and then making belief system only and only for their own ease and convenience. So taking this as a kind of background and making a little foundation of our mindful marriage, and both men and women being the equally important. I'll just progress further with uh, how the society is progressing, and how both men and women are also navigating and progressing. Now women, when I say that they're evolving, they have started becoming vocal. They started applying their mindsets. However, since again, because of the grooming, their own mindsets are somewhere that, oh, they are not supposed to do workouts, or even if they're going outside, they're coming back with the guilt in their heart and mind that, oh, my child has been there and I have not been able to look after for my child. Now what are all these things doing to a woman? First and foremost, they're affecting the health. Okay, the negativity starts coming in. Okay, what happens after this? The women is constructed in such a way that the entire biological cycle, okay, the entire sensitivity, the entire construct of the women get affected in a negative way. Now, this is as for the women. Now, here, when you're getting married, okay, and when you have partners, so what do a male counterpart do to, kind of empower his partner? Here comes the role of a man in modern, marriages, in today's marriage, that they need to understand and come out of their old belief system that this is what the construct of their partner is. Okay, when I say partner, they have to understand that this is what they are going through. This is what their mindset and belief system are. So, in order to have a healthy, uh, a mindful, a soul rich, a beautiful marriage, some kind of understanding. I would not say that those efforts are required. The understanding is required for men to come out of their old belief system and to have that intelligent mindset being applied on their own self, reflect in their own life, and for their own good, come out of that, old primitive era and work towards their healthy marriage. Work towards a healthy marriage for whom? First, for themselves. Second, for their next generation. Because again, they have got, I mean, today's couple, they have got all this kind of belief system with their by their parents or by their grannies and all those things. Now, the next generation, what are they looking forward for? So I was just giving one. I was interacting with Daulatram College, which is a girls' college, and 20 to 23 years of age, and with so much of aspirations, with so much of energy, and I myself being in HR, I was just saying that where do you girls vanish when I need that talent? Okay, why women are required? I have now been put in a diversity, portfolio, that diverse hiring. So let's go for women. Why do you please stop working? And there was no reply to them. They are at a very tender age to, to understand. But me and you can talk about it. That today, when women is in diversity, why is she in diversity? We see 10th, 12th class results. Okay, women are topping, girls are topping. We see IITians, we see in IIMs. I've seen such ambitious girls taking loans, studying, then repaying loans. So where do these people vanish? Somewhere their own mindset, somewhere their lack of support, and then for that particular moment of time they are good to go. Okay, but then what happens? They have been also studying, they have also got their brains developed. In order to prove themselves perfect, they compromise during that early age of their lives after getting married, and then uh, start succumbing to the circumstances. Ultimate thing is either there is a marital discord or there is some injury to the health and all these kind of things. With this, I would also like to touch upon the uh, perfect and imperfect beings. Okay, are women, okay, we as in aspiring to be perfect, perfect homemaker, perfect partner, perfect girlfriend, perfect employee. There is nothing called perfect. Let's be real. Okay, and I'll give you four valid reasons why we cannot be perfect. First and foremost, our senses are imperfect.
Mhm.
Okay, what you are going to see, what I'm going to see, what you're going to hear, what I'm going to hear, what our people, manager, uh, parents-in-law, partners, everyone are going to take it in their own ways. So let's take it and forward that our senses are imperfect. So howsoever, a lady or a man, even for that matter a man also, tries their best that, oh, let me be the perfect husband, and then if they do not get in return, and they come up with these kind of statements that, oh, I was just trying to be perfect and I'm the perfect man, but still I'm not having a happy or a married a happy and a splendid married life. So the fact is, be real. Okay, because everybody's senses is imperfect. Second, we all are bound to commit mistakes. Again, an eternal truth. It cannot be possible that anyone is born without mistakes. Okay, even we read about Steve Jobs, we read about Mr. Tata. I mean, they all have gone through their own journey of being in the leadership positions, and they all have committed mistakes. Uh, Third, we all have the tendency to cheat each other or to lie each other. Okay, so let's talk about our I mean, best of the animals that we really keep to have at their home, at our homes, and that's dogs. Okay, we always say dog is the most loyalist animal. You have a dog, you keep a dog as a pet, okay, and just keep him or her out for some time and let your neighbor feed that dog with a mutton or with a piece of bone. 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, 4 days. Fifth day, you will not see him or her, wagging their tail, and you will see them also, sitting outside of their neighbor. So this is a tendency to, to lie, to cheat. This, and dog is the best example on this. So, and we are machines.
Yeah.
Okay, we are not human. We are not, God for that matter. So we are also tend to commit mistakes, tend to lie. So that's the reason we cannot be perfect. Okay. So then we get illusion. Okay. We feel that, oh, I have done this. A woman might feel that, oh, I'm preparing food. It's my thing that I have done. A man may feel that, oh, I am the earner of the family. I am going out. I am, that thing of I.
Right.
It's not you. It's first of all, I mean, I take it as at a level of soul. Okay, it's all shirts that we are wearing it. Once the soul is out, there's nothing man or woman. It's all about soul. So now, if you are making food, or if you are earning bread and butter of the family, that does not mean that that you are the boss, or you are doing something great. You have been enabled by one supreme force, and that's Lord. And be grateful.
You're not audible. You're not audible. It's muted. Yeah, now fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So that's the reason we get illusioned with small authority or power that we have, which is absolutely again that's why I say illusion. So that kind of this kind of understanding, where can one get from?
Hmm.
This kind of understanding we get only and only when we dive deep in our culture, when we dive deep in our religion, and stop glorifying things at a very very surface level. So, and in many of the forums, and in my organization also, to my team also, I always say that stop being perfect. And especially to our ladies, that please stop being perfect. Just be real. Just bring the value add to the table. Okay. And that's the only thing that I want. We cannot be perfect. That my home also to be, I mean, absolutely great. My children also to be the toppers. I also be the topper, the best employee, and I mean, that's not possible. So just be real that this is me as a man, this is me as a woman. That's again really very important for us to have this kind of understanding. And when we have this kind of understanding, and with this kind of rich thoughts, when we progress, we understand that what mindfulness is all about. Okay, why a mindful marriage is required. Why, what is mindfulness? Being in the present. Why we see so much of divorces happening? Okay, we marry with some expectations. Those expectations are not met. We compromise. Okay, we adjust. We are not happy, and then one level comes where we just give up.
Yeah.
Oh, not possible. I am just not meant for her. I am just not meant for him. And just let part our ways. Let's part our ways. Okay, so that's again one part of the story, which is like that we can discuss sometime maybe later. But then why we are talking about now is mindful marriage. See, being mindful is all about being in that meditative state. Now, when I say meditation, it does not mean you just go to Himalayas and you just start with all those kind of practices. Being mindful means be in the present. Accept that a change has happened. Accept that a marriage has happened. Accept that a person has changed her identity, has changed his identity as well. Okay, he has also become from son to a husband. She has also become from a daughter to a wife, and then move ahead. So being mindful is being in present. That now we are one. We are in love with each other. We are moving ahead, and we have to move ahead. Conflicts will happen. There is no doubts about it. Okay, when we are making two hands also meet. Okay, all the fingers are not same. And what is the fun when all the fingers are not same? They are same. They have to be different in their sizes. So that is what the fun of life is, and life is always good whenever it is up, when it's ups and downs. And it's a very normal example. It's a very commonly used example. The straight line is a kind of, it's a dead line. So being in that present of marriage, being in the present of that in that meditative state of marriage, accepting the change, embracing the change, and not using words like adjusting, compromising. These words create that kind of change in your mindset. It's not required to be using those kind of big negative words. Life is very simple. I mean, sometimes I used to be in place called Jammu Kashmir. House, there used to be snow there. So I used to be like, okay, whether I'll get a cup of tea also is used to be a it used to be a luxury. Because by the time my buddy used to come along with a tea, it used to be absolutely cold. So, but then after 2.5 years, I used to be at a place called Rajasthan where I used to dread having tea. That I cannot have tea in so hot and humid weather. So that's why being in the present is extremely important. That change is extremely important. And trust me, no efforts are required. The pandemic has already proved it. When pandemic has already forced us to, work from home, to have this kind of change being applied for. Earlier, there were definitely rifts. Earlier, there were a lot of things from leaders also. How are we going to do about it? How is this change going to happen? It's going to affect the business and all those kind of things. But slowly and gradually, without making too much of efforts, uh, with the change of mindsets, we have adapted. And it's been more than 1.5 year we are working from home. So
Mhm.
that is what again being mindful is all about. It's not a big rocket science word. Just be in the present. Accept the change. Embrace the change. Stop using the negative words. Stop glorifying negativity, and just be in the flow of, just like a river. I always say that I'm a river. And just when a river is flowing, somewhere there are going to be rough patches, somewhere there are going to be easy patches. So but then the river keeps making the water keeps making their path,
Your
and they
way.
keep flowing. So that's what is required in today's world as well. So that's what I'll just start with the thing, with the conversation of being mindful marriage.
Perfect.
Secondly,
So if I
what
have
I
to,
have seen in most of the places, sure,
so if there is one takeaway from today's discussion, it will be how these youngsters are going to learn the adaptability aspect of a marriage.
this
There's one skill that they need to learn is adaptability, and this COVID time has taught that very well for all of us. It's a very common word right now: change, accept, adapt. So that is a one word, one lesson from Major Namrata for all of us. So I think there's some network issue. So if there is one lesson that we learned from her discussion, it is about how we can adapt in marriage, how we can accept ourselves and the changes and the role changes we are going to make in a marriage. And a son is going to take a role of a husband. Um, a daughter is going to take the role of a wife. So there is a change in the identity, and we have to be prepared to adapt according to the identity we take up. So son into a husband, daughter into a wife is definitely a huge change in one's life. And so being in the present is mindfulness according to Major Namrata. And I thank you. There's some network issue with Major Namrata. So I think we need to have one more session with Major Namrata, because there's a lot you can share, and there's a lot of things youngsters can learn from you. So definitely I'm going to take some more time with you sometime later. And thank you so much. That was a lot of lessons from you. Whatever I remember, I have summed it up. One key takeaway is adaptability, and then how women has evolved, and we are all evolving in a relationship. Marriage is about how we evolve in a new relationship. And another interesting thing what I learned from this talk is, uh, we are going into the future, so we have to learn new lessons that will fit for our children, and we have to unlearn few lessons that is not suitable for our future family, that is our children. So we might have taken some lessons from our parents and some of the relatives, and we are not going to take all those lessons what we learned from our past family, that is our parents family. Because uh, once you get married, your family is your future family with your children. So thanks a lot, Major Namrata, for your beautiful talk, non-stop talk that was. I think you are having a lot of golden nuggets to share with my audience. I'm going to definitely book another show with you. Thanks for coming.
Great.
And do you have anything to say right now?
Thank you so much, Vimla. I just wish all of the people lots and lots of positivity and lots of love and lots of happiness. And life is beautiful. Just enjoy, guys, and just keep rocking. Thank you so much for having me. I hope I could give some value added love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Love you a lot, Major Namrata. Thank you. Bye bye.
God bless.
Yeah. God bless you too. So, guys, we come to the end of this video. There are some network issues, but I'm not going to edit this video. I'm going to straight away upload it. And if you like all these discussions, please ensure that you like, share, and subscribe, and share it with people who are engaged, newly married, and yet to be married, because this is a channel which is helping uh, people to learn on premarital skills. So before marriage, or even if you're newly married, or even if you're engaged, please make sure you understand the concept. It's a heavy concept. It's a new concept in our country because we never talk about relationship. We a lot of channels which talk about how to make money, how to build your career, but there's hardly any channels that talk about relationship, and very few are talking about marriage. So this is my call, this is my purpose. I want to educate youngsters, 1 million singles, on how to be mindful life partner and soulful life partner. So thanks for watching, and I'll come back again with another interesting interview with another interesting um, friend of mine. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. You will get a lot of lessons from this. Even married people might get a lot of interesting lessons from this channel. Thank you.